Title: Weaving My History. Photographic print on 340 GSM cotton paper, unframed, portrait orientation, size 48 by 33 cm, A3+. In this collection of 5 images are details of tartan and Harris tweeds. Top row. In the first of 2 13 cm squares is a close-up of 2 holes in a fringed tartan in blue and brown checks, with thin red, yellow and white woven lines. In the second is a detail of a clothing label sewn into the seam of a brown, blue and yellow woven fabric. The label text is partially visible, with the words Tweed, Certified Trade, Outer Hebrides legible. In the centre, an image of 2 hands holding a small coin purse made of pink Harris tweed against a black background. Bottom row. In the first of 2 13 cm squares is an extreme close-up of the fraying edges of one of the holes shown in the top image. The last image is a close-up of the label on the pink purse, which reads, Harris tweed, hand-woven in the Outer Hebrides. Story. There are 3 stories encapsulated within these images. Jan is English and has come to love Scottish traditions through her husband's heritage. The first, a memory of learning to dance reels with the woman whose joyous love of Scottish dancing is revealed by the holes worn by the brooch that held the tartan scarf in place while she energetically danced. Her vivid, outspoken friend's passion and loss signified by the fraying fabric. The second memory is understanding the history and art of hand-weaving she came to appreciate through her sister-in-law's gift of Harris tweed. The third is an unexpected connection to hand-weaving in her own family tree, discovered only in retirement. Jan recalls, quote, My great-great-grandfather lived in Derbyshire and was a hand-weaver put out of work by the Industrial Revolution and the mechanisation of weaving. His wife had died, and when he also died, his 4 children, the eldest 12 and the youngest 4, were left with nothing. They were found after about 4 days by a neighbour and transported to a newly opened workhouse. The story goes on for some time, but in another unexpected connection, the workhouse eventually became a cottage hospital. I was born and eventually also worked in that same hospital. The building has now been abandoned, but I think of Hannah, my great-grandmother, as a little girl from 10 to 16, walking the same halls I walked. So basically, one thread of memory leads to another, weaving the history of my family.